you ever seen someone smile but felt like something wasn't okay? But that belief is wrong. Breakdowns don't come like lightning. They build like pressure. Slowly, silently, invisibly. And because we believe they are sudden, we ignore the small signs. We wait for something dramatic. We wait for a collapse. We wait for it to be obvious. But real life doesn't work like that. Sometimes they don't even have the words to explain what is wrong with them or what is it they are going through. And also, it's because we have created a world that only responds to visible pain. If you're bleeding right now, people will rush to help you. But if you're emotionally exhausted, if you're mentally overwhelmed, you are told, be strong. Others have it worse. You will be fine. So people learn to hide it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Smile. This is the space where we talk about the things people don't always say out loud. The things hidden behind the I'm fine, behind the laughter, and behind the strength. My name is Dr. Michelle Nicole. I am your public mental health doctor. And before we begin, I want you to do 3 things. 1, hit like so that so many people can find this message. 2, share this episode with someone who needs it. And 3, subscribe so that you never miss these conversations. And I would also like to hear from you. Drop in the comment section as you listen. Have you ever seen someone smile but felt like something wasn't okay? I love stories. Let me tell you one. Her name is not important because honestly, it could be anyone. She was the strong one, the one who showed up, the one who made people laugh, the one people called when they were struggling. At work, very reliable. At home, responsible. With friends, the life of the conversation. If you ask her how she was doing, she would always smile and say, I'm okay, just tired. But slowly, things were changing. She stopped replying to the messages as quickly as she used to. She laughed a little less. She started canceling plans, but always with a very good excuse. She would say things like, work is crazy. I just need to rest. I'm tired, but I'll be fine. And everyone believed her because she still smiled until one day she didn't show up. Not to work, not to the phone calls, not to the life the way she used to. And suddenly, everyone said, wow, we didn't see that coming. But here is the truth. It didn't happen suddenly. It was happening quietly, right in front of everyone, behind the smile. We have been taught something dangerous. We have been taught that mental breakdowns are sudden, that one day someone is okay and the next day they are not, that it comes out of nowhere. But that belief is wrong. Breakdowns don't come like lightning. They build like pressure. Slowly, silently, invisibly. And because we believe they are sudden, we ignore the small signs. We wait for something dramatic. We wait for a collapse. We wait for it to be obvious. But real life doesn't work like that. Most people don't wake up one day and break. they have been overwhelmed for weeks, for months, sometimes for years. But they kept going. They kept showing up. They kept smiling because life doesn't pause when you're struggling. Bills don't stop. Responsibilities don't disappear. People still expect you to function very well. So you start learning, or you learn to cope quietly. You learn to say the obvious words, I'm fine, I'll manage. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. And the world rewards you for that. You are called the strong one, independent, resilient, but inside something is slowly wearing down. And the problem is we only pay attention when it's too late. So, what is really going on underneath? Why do people keep smiling even when they're struggling? It is because silence feels safer than being misunderstood. People don't want to feel like a burden. Sometimes they don't even have the words to explain what is wrong with them or what is it they are going through. And also, it's because we have created a world that only responds to visible pain. If you're bleeding right now, people will rush to help you. But if you're emotionally exhausted, if you're mentally overwhelmed, you are told, be strong. Others have it worse. You will be fine. So people learn to hide it. And while they are hiding it, pressure builds. Now, let's break it down in real life. It looks like this. The student who is slowly burning out but still submitting assignments. The employee who is overwhelmed but still showing up every day. The parent who is exhausted but keeps taking care of everyone else except themselves. The friend who always listens to everyone's problems but no one checks on them. Nothing looks wrong from the outside, but inside they are carrying too much. Now here is the deeper layer most people miss. It's not just about emotions. It's also about life conditions. Things like financial stress, unemployment, unsafe living conditions, lack of support, poor access to care or quality care, pressure from society. These things slowly chip away at a person, not in one big moment, but in small repeated moments, day after day. So when someone finally breaks down, it's not because they are weak, it's because they have been strong for far too long without enough support. So where does that leave us? If breakdowns don't happen suddenly, then prevention can't be a last-minute reaction. It has to be part of everyday life. And that means it's not just the job of doctors and therapists. It's all of us. Here is what looks like in real life. We need to pay attention to small changes, not just dramatic ones. We need to check on people who seem strong. They are often the ones carrying the most. We also need to create space for honest conversations, not just how are you, but how are you really? Also, take your own mental state seriously. Don't wait until you are overwhelmed to care for yourself. Another thing, understand that mental health is not just personal. It's shaped by how people live, work, and survive. Because when we ignore the early signs, we become a society that only reacts to crisis. But when we start noticing earlier, when we start asking, when we start caring earlier, we become a society that prevents suffering before it explodes. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comment section, what is one small sign people often ignore when someone is struggling? And if this episode made you think differently, like it, share, and subscribe to this channel. Because this conversation, they save people long before anyone realizes they needed saving.